What's going on, guys? I'm Justin Swanstrom. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, boys. So we're back out here in the shop again today. For most of y'all that do know, if y'all watched the previous video, you do know that we fired up Aftermath and we had a little bit of smoking going outside the left bank. We'll get to that here in a little bit. This is gonna be a little bit of a different video, but we're gonna get to that here in a little while. So anyways, boys, first off, I want to start off with y'all bought all the hats. Yes, there was only 7 on the website. I didn't know how they were going to sell, but y'all bought them within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, they were sold out on the website. So I went ahead and ordered 32 more. I will have 8 of them back on the website on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and I will have the other 24 coming in next week. Plus, I got 3 other designs coming, plus this design that I just drawed up last night. I think y'all are going to love it. Y'all check it out real quick. Y'all go ahead and drop a comment down below. Y'all let me know, what do you think about that design? We came up with it last night. Me and the whole entire gang came up with an idea, tried to put 2 and 2 together, got the SG inside the American flag logo on top of the hat with the black and charcoal. We got more of these coming in as well, but that black and charcoal seems to be a hot seller, so I went ahead and stayed with it. Y'all seem to be loving it. I love it. And the new SG logo inside the American flag, I think is gonna look sick. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned and keep up with the store and the videos, because I will be letting you know when we have them on the website, so y'all can go over there and y'all can get y'all's merch. Alright, boys, so enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. I've done this in the past, but I've had a bunch of people actually hit me up, either Messenger, Instagram, email, whatever it is, talking about how much money do you have in your operation, or how much money is in the actual no prep car. So we're not going to make this a very long video. We're actually going to go through and I'm going to actually show y'all part for part, what does it cost and how much it is for, you know, for me, because a lot of the stuff I do have is used. Not everything is brand new. Me and Dad, we do a lot of wheeling and dealing. We do a lot of trading to be able to get the stuff that we need to be able to race. We do not have the latest and greatest stuff. I'll be the first one to admit that. Yes, it's nice stuff. Yes, I'm fortunate to have it, but it is not the latest and greatest. We race with what we have, and we love to have fun with our team, and we love to have fun with our family. And y'all are part of our family as well, so y'all don't ever forget that. But we're gonna go through this whole entire car, the no prep car right here. Now it's got radials on it, but we're gonna go through and I'm basically gonna tell you how much everything is. All right, guys, so a quick little deal. We had to tear the motor back apart. We actually did not find anything that is wrong with the engine, so we're still trying to figure that out. We went through, we looked at the rings on the pistons, we looked at the sleeves, we checked all the valve lash, we checked the springs. We have yet to find an issue with what's going on. We're going to stick with it, because before we put this thing back together, we do got to figure out why number 5 is oiling. If you can see down inside there, number 5 is the one that is oiling. So we're got to find our issue, but well, I will let y'all know whenever we do come up with something. But let's go ahead and just start from the front of the motor, and we'll work our way back and throughout the car, inside the car, in and out, wiring, electronics, everything. So brand new Pat Musey motor. Pat's one of the best engine builders in the business. He has built motors before I was even born. But a brand new 959 Pat Musey motor, as you can see right here, is roughly $120,000 to $130,000. Yes, he has came out with a newer style head, and I think he's got a taller deck height and everything now. But so basically how these motors are is they are in generations. So you got a 1st gen, 2nd gen, 3rd gen, and I think he's on to the 4th gen motor, maybe a 5th gen right now. This motor here is a 3rd generation motor. So it's still good, still runs very well. We have went 364 at 204 mile an hour with Mike Starvino's in the car. Like I said, brand new would be $120,000 to $130,000. We did not spend that on that, boys. We bought it used. I have had this motor, I think 2 years now, 2 or 3 years, something in that area. But we paid $85,000 for it. That's right, it was used. We paid 85 grand for it. We got a good deal on it. Had a new crank in it at that time, maybe 1 season or whatever. So we got the engine and we've been running it ever since. The motor that is inside the engine room, which we'll get to that here in a little bit, that is a newer style motor. We just bought that one from Jack Green. We paid $75 for that one. We sold our rare motor when we got into a wreck last year. And then we took that money, added a little bit money to it, and went and bought that motor. So, got the engine out of the way. Let's go ahead and jump into the transmission and converter. A lot of people ask, what do we run? So there's a lot of great companies out there that supply the same kind of stuff that we run. We run a Rosler 3-speed transmission with a lockup inside it. We run a Neil Chance lockup, Rosler 3-speed transmission. So for brand new, and we did buy this brand new, and we bought the torque converter used, but I'll go ahead and give you a new price. So to do a transmission and converter package like we have, if you were to pay for everything brand new, will be around $24,500 for everything. We paid brand new for the transmission, which was I think, I don't know, 16 grand or some shit like that. And then a new converter is like 8,000 or 8,500. And we bought it used. We got a little bit deal off of it. We actually bought it from Stevie Jackson. This was a couple years ago, and we went through and made our stator changes and everything we need. But actually, to be able to buy this stuff brand new, you're going to spend $24,000 to $25,000. Excuse me. Going through the car, so you got the motor, transmission, and converter. That Mark Mickey shifter right there, best in the business. He runs a 3-speed shifter. He's got all different kinds of shifters out there, 2-speed, everything. That shifter right there runs you about $850. We run a Braille battery inside the car. Braille is the best in the business. I tell people all the time, they try to run different batteries. They try to do everything. Braille is the best out there. They actually just came out with this battery at the beginning of 2020. It's got 2,325 cranking amps. It's the best thing out there. I've had my original battery going on 4 years, and I just upgraded because they have more cranking amps now this year. So now I have 2 batteries with 1 in the trailer. So new battery costs about $2,100. I'm a dealer. I do get a little bit better deal. But I have a total of 3 batteries inside, either in the trailer or in the cars. We have 1 in that car. I took the 1 out of this car, Alcatraz, because it is sitting, it's just over there collecting dust. So there's 2 in the trailer now with 1 inside the car. So we have went over the engine, we have went over the transmission and converter, we've went over the battery, the shifter. Let's go ahead and jump into electronics real quick. So that's wiring plus the electronics. So what the electronics are is that switch panel that's up there, that gold box that's right there. You got the nitrous relays. You have this gold box that's underneath here. That's just a black carbon fiber cover. And then you have this orange box that is out here. So that is the R8 box. This is the C1 box. That is what runs the coil that's on the front of the motor. As you can see, we have it unplugged right now because we have recently switched over to coil on plug. But if you were to purchase that box there with that one and the one on the front of the motor, it's about $12,000, $13,000 for electronics. For everything that you need. So those 3 boxes, and then all the sensors. We have a wheelie control sensor, we have a ride height sensor, we got a fuel pressure sensor, oil pressure sensor, 2 nitrous pressure sensors, a transmission pressure sensor, 4 shock sensors around the car, and we have a drive shaft sensor in the back. So we have a lot of sensors. Everything is ran through this box right there. That is like the computer for the car. If that box was to go bad, everything goes bad. So we have not had no issues out of it. We've been lucky, been fortunate, I guess we want to say. And we'll go ahead and keep running. We run EFI technology in the car right now. And now that we got the electronic out of the way, let's talk about the wiring. Everybody knows that the wiring in the car is from Modern Racing. You can see it right there. Justin, him and Mitch, all the guys over at Modern Racing, they have literally wired every car of mine. So I started off wiring the Pro Mod. I got that car wired from them. This car was cheaper. This was more of a sponsor deal. They hooked me up, but That car over there, I paid $13,000 for electronics. Yes, I had Justin do quite a bit of stuff to the car to finish it. It was not 100% ready when I took it up there to him, so he had to do a whole lot to it. But I spent $24,300, me and Dad, wiring this car, plus electronics, plus the little knick-knack stuff that he had to do to be able to finish it. This car here, the no prep car, we spent, I think, $19,000. That was electronics and wiring, getting everything in the car ready 100% to go down the track. Good thing about Justin's wiring, as you can see, it's nice and clean. There's very minimal wiring, and you're able to take it out of the car and move it to wherever you want. I could take this harness out of this car, and I could literally throw it inside that car, and it'd be 100% fine. Actually, the harness that goes with this engine, up here up front, you can see this little quick connect right there. That is actually the harness to that chassis over there. We're not running it, so I took it out. I got that harness there, and the spare harness that went to the other motor that we grenaded and that goes to this chassis, it is now inside the trailer in case we have an issue at the track. We're able to switch harnesses and we're not left hanging. All right, guys, so now look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Y'all are gonna be looking at the car the whole entire video. You probably won't see a whole lot of my face. I know I am very beautiful, and I know y'all wanna see me the whole entire time. But I want to go ahead and show y'all the car as we're talking about it. So I'm actually going to be behind the camera this whole entire video. But we have already went over the motor, transmission converter. We got the shifter, we got the battery, we got the electronics, and we got the wiring inside the car. Now let's go ahead and talk about the chassis. So most of y'all know I wrecked a chassis last year at Street Outlaw No Prep Kings Season 3. We wrecked the chassis. A couple weeks later, a guy out of Michigan hit us up with this chassis here and gave us a pretty good deal on it. So we paid a total of $33,000, I think this was. And the deal was that Mom and Dad would purchase the chassis. I had to pay to be able to get it running. So I was hitting the streets hard. I was trying to find sponsorship. I was raising money, as in like selling stuff. I was taking the money that I got from working at S&S and doing little odds and ends to be able to save money to be able to finish this car to get it 100% ready. So we fast forward to bringing the car home, and we had to take it over to Cameron Johnson Race Cars. When we got it over there, I told Dad that this car, because this was basically going to be my last car, because like Dad said, if I wrecked another one, we were done racing, which I understand too, because it cost us a lot of money. We spent $110,000 for JR Gray's car. I made 4 passes in it and wiped it out. And that's actually the car that we're rebuilding over at Category 5 Race Cars. So Cody Bickle, he's over there. He's actually just got the turbo today. They're mounting the turbo, getting everything ready for it. But that's the car that we're rebuilding. So we had this car come in to Cameron Johnson Race Cars, and I had to fork the bill to be able to get it to go to the racetrack. With that being said, I spent a total of $24,300 or $24,400 at the beginning of the year 2020 to be able to get this car ready. Basically, what Cameron had to do was cut from this bar behind the seat forward, cut everything out, put everything back in. We made it a double frame rail car inside the car. We also made it to where it gave me a little bit more room because, you know, I'm a bigger driver. We pushed this bar out more to the window so I had more headroom. We made the X brace a little lower so it was able to get in and out easier. We changed some of the bars up front so we were able to put zoomies on it, which now we have bullhorns. They just so happily fell into place and ran good. We had to change the engine combination because them guys ran a 720-inch motor and we have a 5.3, so we had to remake motor mounts, put some tabs up front for weight, put a shock sensor up here, run the shock sensors around the car, wheelie control sensor. There was a lot of work. A titanium firewall, redo pedals. We had a titanium gas pedal and a titanium brake pedal. Floor. There was just a lot of stuff, boys. So I spent a total, let's just say $24,000 to get with Cameron to be able to have this car ready to go to the racetrack. All right, guys, sorry about that. I was handling a merchandise phone call. I got some awesome merchandise being drawn up. I want to go ahead and drop this hat one more time because I think it's going to be a killer deal, and I think y'all are going to love it as much as I love it. So y'all go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about the hat. But like I was saying before, we were spending $24,000 with Cameron Johnson to be able to get this car ready. It is very comfortable for me. I fit in the car very well. I'm able to drive the car very well. The only thing that I wish I would have changed was maybe take this parachute handle right here, and instead of it being up top, put it right here so I'm able to grab it. So that's probably one thing I'm going to change here in the next couple weeks or whatever. But everything else works out awesome, flawlessly. Car works well. It took us a little while to get the chassis and everything situated, but we went and did very well at the first no prep race. 275 race, we sucked it up, but we're going to go testing again. We're going to get ready because we have Darlington Dragway in Darlington, South Carolina in 2 weeks. And then we will be heading up to Maryland for the Yellow Bullet Nationals, where we will get to put a 315 tire on. For y'all that don't know what a 315 tire is, it's that big mamma jamma right there. It's a lot bigger than that 275 that's underneath that car. So we'll be able to put that on there, stick it, throw out some big Gorilla flames, and get on down through there. All right, boys, so let's talk about the exhaust. So this is a set of bullhorns. We'll go ahead and do both exhausts. Originally, these bullhorns were made for this Pro Mod. This is a chassis car. That is a chassis car. It has steel quarters, a fiberglass roof because that's what comes factory. This is a full carbon fiber body, but a chassis car is a chassis car when it's out front, so the headers were able to fit. To buy the material for this headers, these are very lightweight. So this whole entire header assembly right here weighs 24 pounds. That one on that side weighs 24 pounds as well for the whole entire thing. Very lightweight. Original headers, they were like 38 to 40 pounds, but for just the material is about $2,500 to just get the material for this. Cameron, he charges $2,000 to, he charged me at the time $2,000 to build those headers. These zoomies right here were built by Spencer down at Signature Metal Fab. They got down there and he built the zoomies for this car, and Cameron Johnson built the zoomies for the no prep car, and they're basically the same. $1,800, $2,000 to do that. There's a little bit less work that goes into the zoomies. You got to make sure that the angles are right, but it's just basically one big tubing and everything going around. All right, guys, so let's talk about the shocks real quick. So I actually have Sand Tough shocks on the rear of the car right now because the Ron G shocks that I run for the no prep, they are made to be able to squat. They're a shorter shock, only 19 inches long. The shocks that we run for the radial setup, we got hooked up with Ron through Sand Tough. Those are our 23 or 25 inch shock. They're made to be able to separate the car and have 7 or 8 inches of extension on those. So as of right now, we are running the radial shocks on the radial tire car. Those shocks average, Ron G shocks, Sand Tough shocks, they all average between $2,200 and $2,500, where the front struts are between $3,200 and $3,400 with the whole entire strange assembly and everything, brake assembly and all that up front. But it's very expensive, but you got to have a good shocks on the car. We have a good set of front struts. We also have a good set of rear shocks. It helps out tremendously whenever we're at the racetrack and maybe you're fighting some issues. Let's go ahead and move over to the wheels. So these wheels right here are Sanders. I run all Sanders wheels whenever I'm running my radial setups. Those ones right there are a 15 by 14 inch rim with a 1 inch backspace. So if you see back there, the center plate is black. That's reason being is because this bolt pattern is different from my Pro Mod. This bolt pattern is 5 on 4.75, where the Pro Mod bolt pattern is 5 on 5. So we had to change the centers out. We do run a top fuel center, so it's very thick. Because it is a 1 inch wheel, it sticks the wheel out very far, puts a lot of aggressiveness out here on the end because of the leverage and all that. So running the top fuel centers does help us out, helps the wheel out. It does make it stronger. Those set of wheels right there are $2,200 to $2,400 plus shipping. They come all the way from California. Shipping to me all the way here in Florida is very pricey, boys. All right, so now we're going to jump into the titanium in the car. Titanium can get very expensive, even down to bolts. That's right, they make titanium bolts. That car right there, every bolt inside that car is titanium. I'll go ahead and just show you a little bit one real quick. Right there, that is a titanium bolt. It's a I think a 3/8 bolt, but it's got a titanium nut, a titanium bolt. This car has a little bit of titanium bolts in it, but not all of them. That being a Pro Mod and getting down to the 2250 weight, everything's got to be lightweight inside that car. But what we do have inside this car is titanium, is the drive shaft tunnel. We have the nitrous bottle rack, and we have the gas pedal and the brake pedal. So for the gas pedal and brake pedal, it's about $350 for titanium. That drive shaft tunnel, I think, is like $1,000 or $1,100. I can't remember. And the nitrous bottle rack, being titanium, is like $400 or $450. And you get all titanium, as I do, through Cameron Johnson at CJRC Race Cars. I do have material over here. We are going to be changing this soon. We're going to be going to a titanium parachute mount, and also going to a titanium door frame, the window frame. We do have, it's over here, it's very dirty, but we do have titanium window frame on this car. Look how dirty that is. Thing's just collecting dust, man. I need to do something with this thing. It's looking horrible. I need to clean it off, do something with it. We're probably gonna go race it later this year. Might put some big tires on it, run some Pro Mod. It's literally just sitting here, just collecting dirt, trees. It's all bad. But back over to here real quick. All the titanium, we will be changing some stuff out, but titanium can get very expensive. Matters what it is. Hell, you can make titanium headers, guys. I mean, where the headers get super light, but they get very, very expensive. You can spend easily $6,000 in material just for titanium headers. Next is carbon fiber. You can't really see it right now because I got all my stuff in there. Right here, these are bottle warmers. This is what we use to put around the bottle. We hook them up to a generator. If we need to get pressure up, we go ahead and turn them on. It heats the bottle up, gets to the pressure we want. But the carbon fiber in the car, as you can see, them two pans are carbon fiber. The two pans that go underneath the transmission and up underneath the drive shaft tunnel are carbon fiber. Wheel tubs are carbon fiber. Basically, try to get as much carbon fiber as you can in the car because of lightweight. You got the X-brace over there, carbon fiber. Seat is carbon fiber. No different than this car over here. It's all carbon fiber floor, even though it's a lot dirtier. Carbon fiber this, carbon fiber that, carbon fiber that. You got a carbon fiber body. Look at that thing. I mean, there's just lightweight up in here. You see all that's inside there, carbon fiber. I do have a bunch of weight inside this car to be able to run the Pro 275 class, but I get all my carbon fiber from Cameron Johnson as well. You can buy it in sheets. I think one sheet is like $700. Titanium firewall, if you buy a sheet, it's like $700. It takes 2 sheets to be able to do a firewall, and it takes about 2.5 sheets to complete all the carbon fiber inside the car, floorboard, everything. Then you have to buy the wheel tubs and get everything ready to be assembled and put down inside the car. So you can spend quite a bit on just carbon fiber and titanium to go through the car, which I did over there on the LS build. Even though it's going to have a little small block LS in it with a turbo, it's going to have a bunch of carbon fiber and titanium in it, because if someone pisses me off, and I'm sure someone is going to, I'm going to make the car where I am able to pull the LS out and put one of them big old 959 cubic inches of Pat Musi motor down in there with a Rosler 3-speed, and I'll be able to sling some stupid orange flames coming out of that thing over there on the LS build. So let's just hope nobody pisses me off, but if they do, I will make sure I'll put it in there and I can crush their dreams. All right, guys, so it's hot out in the shop, so I'm sweating, but I wanted to go ahead and make this video because hopefully y'all learned something about how much money actually goes into this operation. And I do see a lot of people commenting on the channel talking about, yo, you need to find a tuner, you need to do this, you need to find a driver, your team sucks, da 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 da. We love to have fun. That's what we're doing out here racing. For most of y'all that don't know, we get our tune-ups from the back of a cereal box. I went to driving school and with Fred Flintstone, so don't be making fun of my driving. Don't be making fun of our tuning, but we love to have fun. I know we had a little mishap over there at Orlando, but you seen on the no prep, and we're getting better and better, and we're only gonna get better throughout the season. I do have the best team out there. I have the best fans out there, and I have the best subscribers out there. But I wanted to make this video, like I said, to be able to show y'all how much we have in this operation. Did make a video a while back on how much it costs to be able to run up front when we were talking about Alcatraz, the Pro Mod build, which is very similar. But to do a full build, let's go ahead and end this video out with this. A full build like this right here, brand new, everything, top of the line. you're gonna spend $350,000. That's just what it is. It's a hard number. That's the price. That's not counting no tools. That's not counting nothing to be able to work on the car. That's not counting the pistons, the rocker arms, the valves, to be able to have the tools to work on it, the spring checker. This thing right here actually takes the springs off. So you got to be able to buy that stuff. You got to buy this LSM wrench to be able to adjust the valve. I mean, there's so much that actually goes to it. And there's a lot of people that jump into racing and they end up getting out within 3 years because they spend a bunch of money and they really don't love the sport. See, us, we love the sport. We love having fun. We love interacting with the fans, and we love traveling. So we're going to keep on doing it as long as God lets us, and we got the company and everything keeps rolling. We're able to go out there and have fun. But that does not mean that if you do not have the money to be able to do it, that doesn't mean you're not able to go racing, you're not able to do nothing. That's the reason why I wanted to do the LS build over there at Category 5 race cars, because it is a budget build, boys. I'm gonna have very little money into it because I wanna prove that if you do put your mind to something and you do a little bit of saving, you're able to go out there and have just as much fun. And I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that car, probably more fun than I have inside these cars, because these cars are a lot of work. It takes a lot of determination. It takes a lot of attention away from other things in the world to be able to get these things ready. And there's a lot of people that have other channels, and there's a lot of people out there that doesn't show y'all the behind the scenes. So I try to show y'all everything, and I do get in trouble. I'll be the first one to actually tell you that I do get in trouble, that sometimes Dad does say there's no reason you should be showing that, or don't be showing it all the time because people just want to talk shit. And that is true. You're going to have haters in your life, and that goes for anything in this world, no matter what you're doing. If someone sees that you're doing better, there is somebody that's going to hate on you. Don't be that person, guys. Don't be that person. Be better. Try to be better the next day. That's what I do. That's what my dad does. That's what he's taught me to do, and that's what our team does. We look to do better and try to be better the next day, and we love having fun with it. The day that we don't have fun no more racing is the day that we will stop, get out, and never do it again. Also, guys, I almost forgot. We'll go ahead and go over the front wheels real quick. That is a spindle mount wheel. It's a 17-inch wheel. It's about, I don't know, $850 per rim to be able to put that wheel on there. You have the carbon fiber bottles inside the car. Carbon fiber bottles are very light, but they're very expensive. They're about $500 to $550 per bottle. We have a total of 6 of them. And then you have the big tires and the big wheels. They are very expensive. It matters which ones you got. We run a weld wheel, so they could average between, $2,000, $2,500 per rim. You could have $5,000 just in a set of rear rims. So this stuff is very expensive, but it's what we like to do, and we love interacting with y'all. I can never say that enough, and I will always keep saying that. Even if y'all get tired of me saying it, I will always say that the reason why we do this is because we love being able to hang out with y'all, and we love being able to meet new people. So I can't wait till I get this car back out on the track. I can't wait till I get the LS build out, because that thing is coming together nicely. We're going to be heading over to Category 5 race cars this week to be able to give y'all a little update of what we got going on. Old Denny Bear over at R&R Fab, he also told me to come over to get an update of the Le Mans. So that'll be coming on the channel soon. We got this car that will be coming back out with a new wrap. We'll be taking it down to Speed and Truck World, Mike Starvino's, because he called me today. He wants to rewrap the car and possibly be out like November, December time. So stay tuned to figure out what we got in store for this one. And just here, we're just waiting on the no prep schedule, boys. Whenever they release the actual schedule and they say, okay, we're gonna go racing, which I know it's gonna be soon, we will swap everything back over. We'll get a couple test sessions in, and we're gonna go out there and kick them boys and girls in the mouth. Y'all stick with us. Let's have some fun, and let's go out there and let's win us a championship.